Really scary scenes in Southwest Philadelphia. Police say a total of 7 people were shot. We have learned that a 5th person has died in a mass shooting in Kingsessing overnight.
They found the man dead inside, but it's still unclear if he had died before the fire started.
Gunfire wounded a woman in Southwest Philadelphia.
Philadelphia police are investigating a shooting that left 3 men injured on Wednesday night.
The first victim was already dead at the correct address in a different neighborhood.
And in Southwest Philadelphia, a man was shot and killed inside a home. No one has been arrested in this case.
1 man was killed, and 2 other people are currently hospitalized following a triple shooting in Southwest Philadelphia Friday night. The incident occurred just before 7:30 p.m. in the city's Kingsessing neighborhood. Police said a shooter opened fire on 3 adults, 2 males and 1 female.
Gunfire wounded a woman in Southwest Philadelphia. Someone shot the 33-year-old victim twice. It happened on South 57th Street near Florence Avenue just after 2 a.m. The woman is in stable condition.
Southwest Philadelphia, July 26, 1993. 2 men had a gun battle while riding bicycles at 57th St. and Florence Avenue. Rose suffered chest and stomach wounds and was pronounced dead at the scene. The other man abandoned his bike and ran away before police arrived.
And in Southwest Philadelphia, a man was shot and killed inside a home on the 5600 block of Florence Avenue late last night. Police say the man's landlord discovered the man already dead with a gunshot wound to the head. No one has been arrested in this case. There were 3 separate shootings in the city over the course of just hours overnight.
Internal investigation is underway following their response to a 911 call connected to last week's mass shooting in Kinsessing. Commissioner Danielle Outlaw said this afternoon that they're looking into why officers were dispatched to the wrong address on July 2nd, ruling reports of a shooting there unfounded. In fact, the first victim was already dead at the correct address in a different neighborhood, where 4 others were fatally shot 2 days later. Action News investigator Chad Pradelli live at a vigil for the victims in Kinsessing tonight. Chad, what more are police telling you today?
Brian, police are saying errors were made in handling those 911 calls, and now some in this neighborhood are questioning whether the mass shooting could have been prevented.
It was like something out of the movie. I couldn't believe it.
This woman, who doesn't want to be identified, says she watched from her porch as alleged mass shooter Kim Brady Carricker opened fire through the front door of 1625 South 56th Street and went in and killed Joseph Wama Jr. in the early hours of July 2nd, roughly 44 hours before he's accused of opening fire in the same neighborhood and killing 4 others. She says an hour and a half after the alleged killing, she repeatedly called 911.
And I waited, but the cops didn't come. Then I started feeling guilty, so I did call the cops. And the first 2 times, I ain't get no answer. And then the 3rd time, they called me back and asked me the location.
Instead of South 56th Street, officers were dispatched to the 1600 block of North 56th, roughly 3 miles away.
It's going to be 1600 North 56th Street. That's all we have.
Responding officers didn't see anything and left.
developing tonight in Philadelphia's Kingsessing neighborhood. Police are looking for two people last seen inside a car with a gunshot victim inside. This all started just after 6 tonight when police stopped a speeding blue Nissan at 57th and Springfield Streets. Officers say the driver and passenger got out of the car, and that's when they found the man with a gunshot wound to the shoulder in the back seat. While police were transferring the victim into their vehicle to take him to the hospital, the driver and passenger jumped back into the car and sped off. The victim died minutes later.
And we begin at 9 o'clock with that breaking news from overnight that we've been following. We have learned that a 5th person has died in a mass shooting in Kinsessing overnight. And we also have audio from police as they were responding to the scene. Take a listen.
Multiple shots fired. Gonna use caution. We get multiple calls still coming out. Anybody coming in, 5-6 trust to use caution. They're still out there shooting. All units use caution. We got somebody with a long gun.
Really scary scenes in southwest Philadelphia. Police say a total of 7 people were shot. The youngest victim is just 2 years old. CBS News Philadelphia reporter Waukesha Bailey has been following the story all morning long for us and is live in University City now, where 2 of those victims are being treated. Waukesha, what do we know?
Good morning, Ross. Just horrific details, but there is still one question that has not been answered. That's why did the shooting happen?
This person decided to leave their home and to target individuals.
On the streets of southwest Philadelphia Monday night, police say a 40-year-old man opened fire, hitting at least 7 people.
Multiple shots fired. Gonna use caution. We get multiple calls still coming out. Anybody coming in, 5-6 trust to use caution. They're still out there shooting.
When police arrived at the scene, they could hear the gunshots ringing out.
All units use caution. We got somebody with a long gun.
Officers tracked down the alleged gunman and cornered him in an alley. He was taken into custody.
I was wearing a bulletproof vest with extra magazines in there as well.
Police say he was wearing a bulletproof vest with multiple rounds of ammunition in it, armed with an AR-style rifle and handgun. Officers arrested another person, but their connection to the alleged shooter is unclear.
As victims were being shot, we have another person that we believe acquired a gun and returned fire in the direction of the shooter that we have in custody.
The ages of the 4 victims killed range from 20 to 59. Police believe a 5th victim, who was discovered dead in his home just after midnight, is related to the shooting. 2 children were injured, aged 2 and 13 years old. They were taken to a hospital.
We're canvassing the area to get as much as we can to identify witnesses and do everything that we can to figure out the why behind this happening.
Philadelphia police are investigating a shooting that left 3 men injured on Wednesday night. It happened around 9 p.m. on the 5300 block of Greenway Avenue. Police say a 19-year-old man was shot once in the stomach. He was rushed to an area hospital where he's listed in critical condition. 2 additional 19-year-olds are in stable condition after being shot, said police. 2 weapons were recovered, but no arrests have been made.
Now to that breaking news in Philadelphia's Kinsessing neighborhood. Firefighters found a man's body inside of a business that caught fire. This is along Woodland Avenue at 52nd Street. Firefighters called to this vacant store called the Glass Door around 6:30 this morning. They found the man dead inside, but it's still unclear if he had died before the fire started. As we get more information, we'll be sure to update you.
One man is dead, 2 others wounded after gunfire in southwest Philadelphia. The shots rang out in the 5700 block of Elmwood Avenue just before 10 o'clock last night. Police say 51-year-old Harold Houghton was shot several times and died. A 38-year-old man was shot in the leg and is in stable condition right now. A third man was shot and driven to the hospital privately. Police say an unknown man approached that group and started firing into the crowd, then fled. At this point, no arrests have been made.
Police are searching for a suspect wanted for a gas station theft in southwest Philadelphia. The incident occurred on Wednesday, February 23rd, around 1:30 a.m. at the Liberty gas station. Video surveillance showed a man entering the gas station who began playing one of the video game machines inside the store. The man then knocked the machine over, smashed it with his foot, and removed the cash box inside.